if the live chats are in. So, uh, just to get my bearings on this one, we've now had nothing happening in 10 years, a decade of the SNP being the majority seats in the Scottish Parliament and the majority seats in Westminster. And let me ask you just a self-reflective question. How much closer to Scottish independence are we, with that being their main raison d'etre, than we were 10 years ago since the Scottish election? I would say not one jot. And the fact that they've not even tried to move it through a Devo Max referendum, and they've just done this all or nothing, but nothing's changing referendum stands, that they've not got one step closer, while bringing in regressive neo-communist ideals through the back door, through the daft, oh, you want independence, but we're going to stick a whole bunch of commie crap in our manifesto that you're going to get, even though you're probably a one-issue voter. So let's take it. How much further has wee Nippy and Doughball Humza got you towards independence now? How many more MPs, MSPs are they going to require to get them to do anything? Because it looks like they do not have a plan. They don't have a plan. All they're doing is relying on your naivete to push through. What was going on, bud? What was on today? Oh, no change there. So Matheson's been lying through his teeth. What happened though? What was you lying about?
No iPad free.
Say that again, bud?
I'm not sure the details, but basically he wasn't exactly honest about the iPad.
Thanks very much. So Matheson, just so you know, Matheson has been lying through his teeth. So he's going to have to resign as an MSP. I'm surprised Humza's not going to resign now. So that's off the take, that he's been lying through his teeth. The fake nationalists are now going to have to hold a referendum, which will probably lose, to make it 11 in a row for Humza. Setting all sorts of new records. How he's not going to resign as First Minister, I don't know. Under what terms has he got to be elected? So he's going to have to resign. And how, if we vote back an SNP, how are they going to get independence? They've already had a maximum amount of MPs. They've already had a maximum amount of MSPs. How are they going to get elected? Sorry, not how are they going to get elected. How are they going to push forward independence? They don't seem to have a policy. Rats have claws. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Well, I think he's clawed on to try and get his pay rise. And apparently they've been lying through their teeth. So don't forget, the National Union of Journalism has refused to give the Guerilla TV channel limited National Union of Journalism acceptance. So when we come to power, we're just going to refuse all National Union of Journalism because they're not accepting us. We won't accept them. If you two can play that game, we're going to give back as good as we get. Don't be in any doubt, and so that means all the journalists will be kicked out. We'll get in Scottish journalists that are in the Scottish Union of Journalism, and all the national unions can stand out here like we've got to do. So, if we all vote for the SNP again in Westminster and Holyrood, are we going to be one step closer to independence? And the answer is probably not. Humza useless, just as advancing the Islamo-communist agenda. He doesn't have a clue. He's clueless. Don't forget, everybody phone on the 1st of like the SNP owing all the comedy clubs. Exactly, the non-comedy clubs. Exactly. So they're all trying to gerrymander their commie backdoor, kidding on the nationalists, but they're actually just a bunch of communists who've got no sense of humour anyway. And bringing through their communist globalist agenda through the back door, kidding on their nationalists, but it's all through their the back door for their commie globalism. Islamo-commie globalism. I can't think of anything worse. I can't think of three worse ideologies to back. So Matheson just lying through his teeth. Again, he's going to have to resign. We've just heard it here first. We've heard it here right outside. So Matheson's going to have to resign as an MSP. Another by-election for Hamas useless to lose. And that's them screwed. What's the point of voting for them? They've got the majority. I'm not saying that independence is dead. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the SNP haven't done anything. They've carried on their, we're internationalism, just so that they can get voted for their globalist Islamo-Marxism that's getting pushed through under the guise of nationalism. Fake nationalists. And that their only guise is to push forward the globalist Islamo-Marxist party agenda. Anti-Scottish, both Islam and communism and globalism, all of it's anti-Scottish. And then we've got liars, and we don't know if there's been allegations that there might be something paedophilic again at the back of Matheson's Celtic game we're looking at. But we don't know that for a fact. That's been muted on other podcasters. Matheson going to resign, is he? So we've got the fact that Matheson might be resigning. So that's another one bites the dust. Finished. Kaput. And how Humza could stay on? Is he going to lose another one? They were all saying that Humza, like the lemmings, I told you about the lemmings just 2 days ago. They're all going to go over the cliff with Humza. Well, I couldn't think of the most worst person to go over, be a lemming and go over the cliff for. The fake nationalists, the nationalists that have been 10 years with majorities in Westminster and Holyrood and haven't got one step further forward to independence. If you were a nationalist, you would get rid of these people in a heartbeat because they've not done anything. All they've advanced is the daft-ass progressive, so-called progressive commie fascism. To the extent now we've got Orwellian hate speech bills coming in April the 1st. I mean, they're obviously taking the piss, aren't they? I don't forget everybody phone and complain about Humza Yousaf. I don't even know if Humza Useless is going to be there in April the 1st. Because he was staunchly behind Matheson. Oh, Matheson's my friend, he's great. Funnily enough, if there is sexual minors on this laptop, and Humza Useless is in a church that has a paedophile for a profit. That's a bit strange, isn't it? And I just talked about this yesterday. Islamo-Marxist Catholicism seem to all have kiddie fiddling as acceptable standards now. Knowingly. Child rape is acceptable standards. And backing each other up. So vote SNP, get a bunch of commies that are going to make life harder for you. That's what we've got to take. It's just basically we're voting for another left-wing party. Get Labour. It doesn't really matter if it's Labour with an Islamo-fascist in charge or the SNP with an Islamo-fascist in charge with a bunch of left-wing doughballs. Let's go and see if we can get somebody here. Is there a press conference officer?
No idea.
Who's going? Who's going to get this way? No, in fact, we're going this way. Sorry guys, just talking amongst yourselves. I'm going to try and get in here. Can't get into your own parliament, that's good, isn't it? It's quite a clever trick. We'll see if I'm allowed in. Helpful chap, get your. I couldn't read the rest of that. Hold on. Let's see if we can get in here. Can't get in your own parliament. How you doing, mate? Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Is there a press conference about Matheson? Matheson? Has he resigned? Has he been lying? Has he been lying to the press? Has he been lying to the... No, within the security bit? Right, okay. No, I don't...
It's up to you.
What's that? Just off the lecture,